Hey, mamas. The question of the day: does your teen know how to study? I'm asking this as a tutor, as the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring, and I want to know, does your teen know how to study? What do you think? Is that a yes or is it a no? Let me know down below. We're talking about this because it is the beginning of the school year, and that means there's a lot of changes for you and for your teen. So I want to help you, and I want to help your teen have a quick reality check. This particular video, we're talking about study skills. So after you've shared that with me, we're going to jump into why your teen doesn't just know how to study, why it doesn't come naturally. I also want to invite you to my Facebook group. We are in a group called Teaching Teens to Love Learning. So mamas, follow the link in the description to join us after the video. So your teen doesn't know how to study naturally. You might be going, okay, why? Why is this a reality check, Jessica? Why don't I know this? Why is this the case? Well, I can tell you that your teen's brains are literally reorganizing themselves. I am not a psychologist, so I don't know all the science behind it, but I can tell you that a lot of research that I've done, a lot of people I've interviewed that are experts in that field have shared that with me, that your teens' brains are literally reorganizing. And that means that they're constantly changing, like their brains are physically, literally changing. So that's part of the reason your teens don't know how to study naturally. The other thing is that we all learn differently. Like each and every single person learns differently. Yes, there are three main learning styles: auditory, kinesthetic, or tactile, and visual. But you can also break each of those study skills down even more. And on top of that, you might be a visual learner. I'm a visual learner, but what works for you might not work for me, even though we're both visual learners. Or maybe it works for you in math class, but that doesn't work for me in math class. So I have to do my kinesthetic side of things. Or it could just be, well, you were all about pink and I'm all about red, or yellow, colors, So do know that's part of it too. Not only is your teen's brain reorganizing, not only is your teen learning differently than anyone else, there's also the fact of something pretty simple: your teen's interests. So if your child is interested in, say, animals, but another teen's interested in sports, well, how are we going to tie those study skills into your teen's learning style, into their interests? Again, very personal, very unique. Okay, so put all this together, and the short answer to why your teen doesn't know how to study naturally, just by knowing, is because this is a learned skill. Knowing how to study takes practice. It takes actually getting to know yourself and actually knowing how to study using certain tools, using certain techniques, using certain places and styles, all based on those things we've mentioned: interests and learning style. Okay, so definitely want to dive into this more. Before I do know we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube right now. I'll be sharing videos all week long with some reality checks for parents of teens. So definitely make sure you're a follower, make sure you're a subscriber so you don't miss any other videos. Now, I will also tell you, when we're talking about study skills, do know your child is never going to be taught study skills in school. Or if they are, your teen's very, very lucky. But also know it's most likely, and I have yet to see it be offered in a personal way. Someone today just told me that she's going back to college. And for the first time ever, the school is offering a study class. They're offering students to meet once a week, and they're sharing some strategies, they're sharing some tips. But the thing is, study skills can't be learned in a group setting. Your teen mama is going to learn differently than you. You might be getting frustrated that homework takes so long. You might be getting frustrated your teen is forgetting to turn things in, that maybe your teen seems to want to play video games all day. Well, it's just simply what is working for you is probably not going to work for your teen. Okay, that's like a big, huge reality check. Your teen, most likely, probably 90% sure, your teen learns differently than you. Okay, whether it's totally different learning style, whether it's just how your teen, like we mentioned earlier, is visual, how your teen is kinesthetic. Does your teen want flashcards? Does your teen need to literally be doing exercise while studying? Does your teen need to study in the morning instead of at night, like what works for you? So all of these things are personal choices, but your teen won't just know automatically what works. Okay, it doesn't happen. That's why my Love to Learn program exists. I teach 11 study skills. I meet with teens one-on-one, middle schoolers, high schoolers, and college students. And we go through these study skills together. I teach your teens how to actually use these skills. And then we figure out, okay, well, how do we personalize this to you, to your interests, to your learning style? Because I don't teach the skills the same way to every student, because no student is the same as any other student. So definitely, parents, do know, you ask your teen to study. You tell your teen, hey, you've got that test tomorrow. Have you studied? Hey, this homework is due in a couple days. When are you going to get it done? And they tell you they have practice. They tell you they want to hang out with their friends. They tell you, well, we're going to go and do this together as a family. Your teen doesn't just know how to manage his time. She doesn't just know, okay, well, according to my planner, I have this scheduled, and then I have this scheduled. Your teen doesn't know these things without being taught, and it's not something they're going to be taught pretty much ever unless you make an investment, unless you have some help from someone like me. So I hope this gives you a quick, easy reality check about study skills. Just know, no one just knows how to study. There might be certain things your teen's great at that seems like it comes natural, but I can guarantee as soon as your teen starts to struggle in a class, it's not because your teen isn't smart enough. It's not because your teen doesn't want to learn. It's not because your teen can't learn that material, like it's not like it's too tough. It's just literally how your teen learns, how your teen studies, and it's probably, I can guarantee, not being presented in a way that is aligned to your teen's study style, your teen's learning style. Okay. If you want some more information about how those two things are tied, learning and studying, you want more information about my Love to Learn program, you want some free study tips, join my Facebook group. The link is in the description. Click it, answer a couple questions, and you'll be in and able to join us in my group called Teaching Teens to Love Learning, a group for mamas. So have an awesome night. Thank you for watching. And remember, if you want to catch the rest of this week's videos, the rest of the reality checks, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Talk to you tomorrow.